Good afternoon, everyone, again, and welcome to another Up the Boro video chat. And today I'm joined by Theo Bailey-Jones. Good afternoon, Theo. How are you?
Afternoon, yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Looking forward to this afternoon?
Yeah, of course I am, yeah.
Hopefully another 3 points on the board and get us up that table.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll start off straight away with a question from Mark Alcock. What made you join Stafford Rangers?
Initially, it was a relationship with Steve Boro. I played for him last year at Stalybridge. And obviously I worked with Alex as well, Alex Meakin. He was the assistant manager at Stalybridge last year. So when those two got in touch, then obviously I was definitely going to come down and join. Then obviously Alex has taken over now, and I've really enjoyed working with him. So that's why I came down initially, and obviously everyone knows that Stafford's a big club for this league. So yeah, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, because some people may be aware, others may not, but obviously earlier on this season there was an 7-day approach made for you by Buxton.
Yeah.
Did you have to think about that one, or was it just a no-brainer? You weren't interested?
Yeah, I just wanted to stay here, to be honest. I was happy, I was happy working here. Happy with the management team, great set of lads, and good fan base. So yeah, that's why I wanted to stay.
Yeah, that's good to hear. And from Sam Jackson, obviously we've got to discuss this one, your overhead kick goal. Where do you place that in your all-time goal list?
Yeah, I think it's got to be number one. I think, it's definitely number one. I scored a few long ranges, but nothing really beats an overhead kick.
Yeah, did you have it in your head as soon as you saw the ball come in, thinking, right, this one's going to be an overhead kick, or was it a last-minute thing?
Yeah, it just, I think the way that the ball was coming over, it was a bit too high for me to try and bring it down, and it was too far out for me to try and head it, and that's the only other thing that I could really think of doing.
Yeah. And what's been your most enjoyable game so far this season?
Most enjoyable game, I enjoyed the first half of the Stalybridge game away. I think that was, we played some really good football there. It was a wet day as well, and the ball was really crisp along the floor. That was good. The 2 wins against Hensford obviously stand out as well.
As they always do.
Yeah, they always do, yeah. And I think the Grantham away game as well, it was a strong performance. Everybody played really well. Everything seemed to click. We scored 5 goals, managed to nick one myself and set one up as well, which is always enjoyable. So I'd say, yeah, there's a few games in there that I've enjoyed. I can't really pin one down, to be honest.
No, like I say, the more that you got to think about, the better it is. It's, yeah. And from Jamie Howard, who's the best player that you've ever played with? Because again, if people may not know, if you just give us a quick overview of where you were before here, and from the who really gave you your first look into the football side of it?
Your first
break.
Yeah, my first sort of senior chances were at Northwich Victoria under Andy Priest. He gave me a chance this was in this league. Then after that, I went from there to Earlham, which was a bit lower down, and then after that I went on trial at Birmingham, didn't quite work out, ended up signing for Wrexham, and then from Wrexham went to Macclesfield. So the best player I played with, say Danny Rowe at Macclesfield was a very good player, very quick, very sharp, very good technically, and he went on to Ipswich from Macclesfield, so I say he's probably up there. And then last year I was at Altrincham for a little bit, and John Johnston at Altrincham, and again, tricky winger, very bright, very good feet as well, so I'd say those two probably stand out.
Yeah, and on the opposite side of the coin, who's the best player you've played against? Was there anybody you used to think, oh God, not him again?
I can't particularly think of anybody who I thought, I don't really fancy playing against them, but the most well-known person I'd probably play against was Edgar Davids when he was at Barnet. Obviously he wasn't at the height of his powers, but still it's a big name.
Yep, and from Nick Barron's little lad, Albert again. Which football team do you support, and what's been your all-time favourite football kit?
Yeah, I'm Manchester United.
Oh, not another one.
Yeah, another one, yeah. They're my favourite team. Favourite kit?
Is there a favourite kit that you've worn over the years, apart from the Rangers one, of course?
The Rangers one. Favourite kit, I think the treble winning... No, sorry, not the treble winning. The year after with the Umbro stripes down the side and the sharp across the front, that United kit, that stands out. I think that was probably my first football kit as well, so that one, yeah, that was one of my favourites, and I like the reversible United kit as well, the one that had the white on the front and the gold Inside Out as well. I had that. I quite like that one.
Yeah, I know Albert hasn't asked it, but again, it's one of Albert's numerous questions, so I'll put it in there for him. What football boots do you wear, and what was your all-time favourite football boot?
I've got a couple of pairs at the moment that I'm wearing. I wear Adidas Nemesis, which is like the new shape Adidas ones that have come out, and then I've got a pair of Predators as well. All-time favourite.
Who hasn't got a pair of Predators?
Yeah. All-time favourite boots as well are the Lunar Predators, the ones that Beckham used to wear with the red tongue. I've still got my ones at home that I used to have. They're a size 3, so I'm not fitting into them now, but I just can't part with them. Yeah.
Yeah. So the Predators seem to be. So if your dad hasn't bought you a pair there, Albert, get him to fork out and buy you a pair of Predators. From Robbie Gorman, do you travel to the games with anybody, and if so, who are they?
Yeah, I've got a bit of a car school going from the northern area, so travelling with Andy Howarth, Matty Hill, Andre Jones and Meeks as well, sometimes jumps in with us. Yeah.
Yeah, so like you say, you're travelling from up north there. What's your normal daytime job up there? Whereabouts is it you live, and what's your daytime job?
I live just on the outskirts of Manchester. Daytime job is freight forwarding. So it's something that's not many people seem to know too much about. It's it sounds a bit more glamorous than what it is, but it's I'm a business development manager there. So my department is European road freight. So anything going in and out of Europe, I try and arrange a transport for that and get people the best prices.
Well, they must be interesting times for you at the moment with what's going on.
Yeah, I've had a few questions about Brexit and things like that. So I wouldn't say I'm an expert, but we certainly get asked that question quite a bit.
Yeah, and from Nick Barron, as Nick said, you're a fast, tricky player. Would you have liked to play in the 80s and 90s against the likes of Stuart Pearce and Julian Dix?
Yeah, why not? Why not? There's some tasty challenges in this league anyway. So, yeah, why not? I mean, George Best, one of the best players of all time, really, was before that when they were probably even harder than Stuart Pearce. So, yeah, I'd fancy my chances,
Yeah. And from Dennis Eccleston, what's your choice of music in the changing room? Because I've heard some really bad ones coming out there. Who's in charge of the boogie box in there?
It's a mix. It's either me or Andy Howarth. So yeah, I'm in charge of some of the bad ones that you've heard. It's anything really, a bit of dance, R&B, hip hop.
Some of it's got a beat to it to get everybody going up and
something a bit more beat. After the games tends to be a bit more old school R&B. Get a few sing-alongs going. Yeah.
Yeah, we like to hear the sing-alongs going on in there. Not why some of the ones I've heard singing. They.
Yeah.
From Sean Reynolds, if you hadn't been a footballer, what other sports were you interested in? Are there any other sports you play outside of football?
Not anymore, but when I was growing up, my parents always used to encourage me to play as many sports as you could. So
keep me out of the house.
Yeah, basically, keep me occupied. So football was always the main one. That was always the one that I loved. But I used to play cricket, a little bit of golf as well. Tried rugby for a little bit, but that wasn't for me.
Yeah. And from Terry Radford, I know you've mentioned a couple of names already, but who was your idol growing up?
Idol growing up, when I was a lot younger, it was David Beckham. He was the absolute man for me. And then as I got a little bit older, Cristiano Ronaldo was the main one. I think what a player, and the way that he's developed himself as well. He had that vision in his mind from when he was a young lad at Sporting Lisbon that he wanted to be the best player in the world, and he's achieved that and more so. So yeah, he's the number one, I think. Yeah,
seems to have gone off the radar just a little bit recently since his move, hasn't he? Because they're not doing that well. So
yeah, it's a little bit. But if you look at kind of the stats that he's producing, he's still, I think we've kind of been spoiled throughout the years from him and Messi, scoring hat tricks every week and it becoming the norm for them. So that when they only score one or two, it's they're not in great form. But yeah, I think he's still doing the business.
Yeah, he's still doing the business. I'm sure he's getting paid well for it as well.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
From Nathan Radford, if you had to sing on karaoke, what song would you choose?
Good question. I'd go for The Temptations, My Girl. I wouldn't do it very well, but I'd have a good go at it, yeah.
Yeah, who would you have as your backing singers then?
Backing singers, I'd have a...
Not Andy Howarth.
Andy Howarth wouldn't be my backing singer, he'd be my backing dancer though.
Yeah. And from Ben Alcock, obviously, we hear lots of things on TV nowadays about men showing the more feminine side and things like that. His question is, looking at your profile picture, are you wearing lipstick? And if so, what flavour is it and colour? And do you have a particular kind that you like? I don't know if you've seen your profile picture.
I've not seen it, no, but...
it might be worth a visit.
Right, okay, I've not got any lipstick on, no, it's all natural.
Yeah. Well, that answers that one for you then, Ben. And from Nathan Radford, Do you like the chant that the fans sing about you? And if not, you've got 5 seconds to come up with your own.
Yeah, I like it. I can't think of anything of my
Right.
own, no.
Yeah, take the easy way out.
Yeah.
And again from Terry Radford, last week's interview, I don't know if you saw it, but Andy Horworth said that you've got the worst dress sense in the team. How do you feel about that? Do you agree with it, or do you think it's someone else?
I think he's just said that to try and be a bit more controversial. I think, I'm not a bad dresser. Who's got the worst? Well, he's got one jacket that he wears all the time. He's got a leather jacket that he never takes off. If he wears it with his tracksuit, he wears it with his jeans. I'm pretty sure he wore it on the team night out. So that's probably why he's tried to come for me, because I've got a few different coats, really.
Right, so we'll bat it back towards Andy's way then.
Yeah, we'll put it back onto him, yeah.
Yeah. And finally, just to round it up then, from Sean Billy Connolly, again, we've seen you in quite good goal-scoring opportunities this season where you might not have got the ball.
Yeah.
Do you think that you'll ever receive a pass from Joe Cuff?
I'm glad he's brought that up, because I thought I was the only one who noticed it.
Oh no, others have noticed as well. Are you listening, Joe?
Yeah, I've told him a few times, Yeah, I think hopefully now that it's been coming out on this as well, then I might get a few more passes and a few more goal scoring opportunities.
Yeah, I say we have noticed on quite a few occasions you've been in a good open space there, and the through ball to you would have been the ideal one, but it never quite arrived.
Yeah.
And,
I'll give him last week though. He passed to me last week, and I managed to score on the end of it. So yeah, I think he's learning.
Yeah, he's getting there. Well, many thanks for that, Theo. It's been a pleasure to talk to you, and good luck for this afternoon against Marine.
Thanks very much. Cheers.